and I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama, forever to be known from this point forward as Rocket City. Okay, so Huntsville, Alabama, we love Alabama. I only won it by about 47 points. I don't think that influenced my decision, though, right? That didn't, right? But we had a lot of competition for this, and Alabama's getting it, Huntsville in particular. So congratulations, everybody. Katie, congratulations. This will result in more than 30,000 Alabama jobs and probably much more than that, and hundreds of millions of dollars of investment, and that's billions because it can't be millions, it's billions and billions of dollars. Most importantly, this decision will help America defend and dominate the high frontier, as they call it.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for Yellowhammer Now, and Mr. President, it's always been the Rocket City, but we'll take that affirmation one more time. Yes, the Space Command is coming back where it belongs. There's no question about it. It was moved to Colorado solely for political reasons because Joe Biden wanted to reward his political allies with a command. I mean, that's the entire reason. There was no other reason to do it. In fact, Colorado Springs wasn't even the number 2 place selected by all the reports. This whole thing was just a total scam. And now you're seeing a bunch of different things happening, and people are celebrating or they're being sad about it. Well, in Colorado, they have a reason to be sad, but they assure you they're going to keep on fighting.
We are getting new reaction after President Trump announced that Space Command headquarters will be leaving Colorado and heading to Alabama.
Colorado lawmakers on both sides of the political aisle are condemning that decision tonight. Political reporter Gabrielle Franklin explains why the president says he's making the move.
Colorado Springs just became the permanent home of Space Command back in 2023 under President Joe Biden after President Donald Trump reestablished it during his first term. Now in his second term, President Trump is now moving it.
For this important announcement, 7 years in the making. As you know, this has been going on for a long period of time, and I am thrilled to report that the U.S. Space Command headquarters will move to the beautiful locale of a place called Huntsville, Alabama.
His reasoning behind the move was voting security.
I want to thank Colorado. The problem I have with Colorado, one of the big problems, they do mail-in voting. They went to all mail-in voting. So they have automatically crooked elections. And we can't have that. When a state is for mail-in voting, that means they want dishonest elections because that's what that means. So that played a big factor also.
Attorney General Phil Weiser says the state has been preparing to challenge any attempts to move Space Command. He stands by the state's voting system and is telling the president, see you in court again.
So we are gearing up for this. We need to exactly make sure we've got all our I's dotted and T's crossed, and we're going to be doing all we can to bring the best challenge we can. This case will be different than the other 35 we brought because this is just about Colorado. We're the one state who's being adversely affected by a legally suspect, harmful decision from this administration. We're going to fight for Colorado.
And it's rare that you see the entire Colorado congressional delegation come together on something. But in a statement, they say that this sets space defense back years and wastes billions in taxpayer dollars.
Fight on, crazy guys, because it doesn't matter. Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. You guys lost. We won. It's that simple. This is where it should have been all along, and everybody involved knows it. Even the chairman of the Colorado Republican Party knows that this whole thing was a farce. Now, as this whole thing happened, a lot of things were said. We were told that Space Command was lost because of Tommy Tuberville. We were told that it was lost because of the education system in Alabama, which is an absolute joke because we have Marshall, we have Redstone Arsenal already, and they do not have any problem getting that staff. So that's an absolute joke. There was talk about Alabama's history that would keep it from happening. Abortion was one of the reasons why we were told it wouldn't happen. Immigration was one of the reasons we were told it wouldn't happen. Being a red state was a reason we were told it couldn't happen. But none of that should have mattered. Joe Biden's decision was 100% politics, and everybody knows it. He's He's the bad guy here. He's the villain. He did the wrong thing, and he once again escapes accountability because our friends in the mainstream media are incapable of calling out Democrats when they do wrong. They're just incapable. They have absolutely no ability to do it, no matter what is happening. And this is a perfect example of that. Joe Biden's handlers wanted to reward Colorado, so they did. And it cost the country billions of dollars. So they whined about the billions of dollars it's going to cost to move it here and all this stuff. This is where it should have been from the very beginning. We all know it. Every person watching this knows it. And this was the inevitable conclusion of all of this once fairness came into play. Now, I'm not taking credit for this, although I probably should. I am the one force that has remained consistent through all of this. From the beginning to this till now, we have a new congressman for the 5th Congressional District, 2 new United States senators, but yet here I stand. And at this press conference, Steve Doocy from Fox News showed the president a picture of me on the phone. I'm just kidding. That's not real. I had nothing to do with it. Obviously, this was the right place for it to go. And luckily, we have been rewarded for our persistence. Congratulations to the state of Alabama. Colorado, continue to go nuts. Do what you want to do. You lose, we win. The end.